Hello everyone. So today we will see how to create DOM manipulation with in vanilla JavaScript. So I have created one new file called index.html and I am pressing explanation and the enter. It created the boilerplate code for me. Now let's just create the separate JS files also. Now let's link our JS file to index file. Yeah, and src dot slash app.js. Okay, now let's click on open with live server. Yep. So we don't have to refresh again and again, right? We just need to type and save. It will reflect here. Yep. Now the first very easy way is, so let me delete the whole thing and go to app.js. So we can get the body element itself, right? So document dot body, and what we can do is body dot append. Yeah, append is the method. And if you look at the browser now, it shows the hello world, right? So there is again one method append child, but it won't work, right? It will throw error that it needs a element. The past value is not a node, right? So this value must be node. So how to create node? So node is just one element, right? So we will create like divisions. So document dot create element division, and then division dot inner html the text, right? And instead of this we will append the division now, right? And if I save now, yeah, we can see it right now. Like we just created one division and then we appended it to the body element, right? So yeah, see, in the body element we can see the division. Now let's look at the another values, sorry, another way. So let's say you have one division and you are having the id something container. This is container and you can see it on the web. Let's remove this JS. Yeah, this is container and you want to modify the value of that container, right? So how you will select this element? So you can select this with id selector because you have already provided id equal to container, right? So what you will do, so let container equal to, yeah, document dot get element by id and the id name. And let's suppose if you had the same division with the class container, yeah, this thing. So how you would have done that? So same thing, just instead of get element by id, you would have done get element by class name, get elements by class name. So if you see, this method returns the array, right? Elements. So to get the first element, you would have done the this 0. You know, let's do this also. Let's modify this also. So this is a class container and this is a id container. Yeah. And in the variables also I will just rename them class just to recognize. Yeah, let's copy this line and id container, and instead of this I will do get element by id and the id value is container, right? Now to change the inner HTML, right? So what I can do, id container dot yeah, inner HTML, and then inside here I can write hello world and ID, and the class container equal to class container hello world and ID, sorry, class. So as you can see, so if I comment it, right, it will keep the value as it is, and if I add it back, now we modified the DOM, right? Okay, so what else you can do is, so instead of selecting it by ID container and uh, get element by ID and get elements by class name, you also can do is get ID equal to document dot query selector. Yeah, and here you can select like this, like hash. Hash means you're selecting it from the ID, and the same thing goes for class, like class, and for, so this is for class and this is for ID, right? So this is the simple tutorial, like how you can select and modify DOM with this ID and class selector. Thanks.